What's in my aerial bag? I remember these videos were everywhere in like 2012 and I was kind of obsessed with watching them, especially when I was going into new situations. Like, I remember when I first started dance, I was watching so many of these videos about what was in people's bags, and it's such a simple thing, yet it tells you so much about what you need to have to be prepared. Here is what my bag looks like. It is a black Adidas bag. It's all black, and then it's just got like some zippers on the side. A little pocket here. It has a pocket on the outside. It's a pretty large bag. Here's probably the most unnecessary because it's a foam roller, which a lot of studios have, but right now because of COVID we're not sharing equipment, so I bring my own just in case I happen to need it for an exercise, or if I'm really sore, which there's been times if I'm doubling up on classes, or if I just had a class or just worked out the day before or something, or I'm really sore. Before class starts, I'll roll out my muscles anywhere that I need to, and it's just a nice thing to have. Second thing is my water bottle. It's super beat up because, you know, had it for a while. I have a labor job and it's fallen all the time, and so it's all dented up. Next I have my notebook, which has my little CircFit sticker on there from when I went to the CircFit training. I have a pen always stuck in it, that way I just have something to write with me. And I use this for when I learn new things that I don't feel like I'm going to remember, usually with more of multi-step movements. Like for something like star, or just things that you learn and it's, you know, you get into one movement and you're just kind of there, I don't really worry too much about writing it down. But with things that are more abstract and that I know I probably can't cross-reference online, that's when I usually take my notebook out and start writing it down. Another thing that I keep in here but I don't use very often are these gloves. And I didn't used to have gloves, but I do now because when I went to the CircFit training, they recommended that you bring these. They're just like weightlifting gloves. They're not pull gloves or anything. I do have a pair of pull gloves that are more leathery, but I like these ones better for aerial because I feel like they aren't as tight and they're a little bit more breathable, and they just kind of protect your calluses a little bit. But the CircFit training recommended them because it said even with people with calluses, we're still going to be wanting them because it's essentially 20 hours of aerial training in 2 days, and that non-stop use of your hands, it's going to burn out anybody's calluses. So I got those for that, and I sometimes actually use them in class, which I never really did before, but they're just kind of nice to have for if you're really pushing your limits with your hand. Another thing that I have is Arnica Gel. This is a natural remedy for muscle soreness or bruising, which as aerialist is something that happens quite a bit, and as someone who's studying holistic nutrition and someone who is active in the aerial community, this is a staple now for me, and I know that a lot of aerialists do use this, and it's a really good alternative to things like Motrin, where you're going to get some temporary relief. I feel like this actually helps to get rid of the muscle soreness rather than just making you feel better for a little bit. I also have a random Bandaid in here because I didn't know I needed small Bandaids for aerial, but a few months ago I was on the trapeze and I was doing something on the ropes, and I came down and I looked at my finger and the side of my nail was just dripping blood, and I was like, what did I do? And apparently I had ripped the side of my fingernail, and I'm not really sure how I did that up there because I didn't feel it happen. I just, 1 second I was bleeding. I think what happened is I was literally gripping so tight on the ropes that I split my nail open. I don't know. So I have a Band-Aid in there now in case that ever happens again, because I had to like stop class and ask for one, and it was a whole thing. I also have this hand sanitizer in here. At my studio, during COVID, we are supposed to hand sanitize between drinking water and touching our mask, things like that. So I've gone through quite a bit of this. My hands get very dry. But I keep this in here because they have one at the studio, but they encourage you to bring your own so everybody's not touching the same hand sanitizer bottle. And then the last thing is just this Nature Valley bar. And I usually keep some sort of snack in here for afterwards because I'm immediately hungry and I need to replenish my muscle stores right after because I have a commute to come home, as I've said before. So I like to try to eat in my car or like right away after class so that I don't have to wait until I get home, make dinner, all of that stuff. And I usually like to shower as soon as I get home too, so that little like snack on the way home kind of holds me over until dinner. That is all I have in my bag. It's kind of ever changing. There are some things I know I included that I did not have in my what to bring video, and I will link that somewhere up here. I feel like eventually I could probably make another one, and I've even contemplated making another what to bring to aerial or what to wear to aerial, and one with examples of outfits that I would wear. So if you're interested in seeing something like that, definitely subscribe. I'm going to be probably pushing it out in the next month or so here after I can film myself going to classes over a period of a few weeks.